accidentally discovered that my two roommates have a gossip podcast about me. A few months ago, I noticed something strange when I Googled my name while applying for jobs. A fake profile of me popped up first in the search results. It used my real name and photo, though the image had been distorted to look worse, and listed incorrect majors and a fake, low SAT score. I had no idea who created it at the time. Then I posted something seemingly minor. Our old roommate was moving out, and I found a 24-inch TV through a donation program. My roommates assumed I would put it in the living room. But I told them I preferred to keep it in my room. I like gaming privately and do not enjoy watching shows in shared spaces. They were annoyed, but it was my TV, so I stood my ground. 2 days later, everything suddenly made sense. I saw a postcard in the mail addressed to my roommates. It was from a friend of theirs at a religious camp. I noticed my name mentioned. It said, "Your latest podcast episode made my day." I was dying laughing at the parts about my name, yes, eating disorder, her mental health stuff, and that bit about her new boyfriend being so awkward. My heart dropped. I froze. They had a podcast about me. They were sharing personal things I had told them in confidence. My mental health, my relationship, even my eating disorder. They made fun of me on a podcast I never knew existed. It felt like being the subject of a cruel reality show. I had no idea how long it had been going on or who had heard it. I felt so violated and humiliated. I didn't confront them right away. I was locked into the lease, the bills were under my name, and most of the apartment furniture was mine. I started wondering if they kept me around for convenience. I took a photo of the postcard for proof. I considered reporting them to the university, especially since one of them worked in a research lab with confidentiality rules. But I did nothing at first. I just tried to survive the semester and plan my escape. Every time I heard them laughing in the next room, I wondered if they were laughing about me again. If you like these videos, please like and subscribe. Let's hop into the second story. My wife threw away my entire Pokemon card collection because she said I was too old for it. I am 30 years old and have been collecting Pokemon cards since I was a kid. Some were from the 1990s and had real monetary value, but more importantly, they were sentimental. I kept them organized in binders on a shelf in my office. A few days ago, I noticed they were gone. My wife casually told me she threw them out because "You're a grown man, you don't need kid stuff." I was shocked. She did not ask me, she just threw away something that had been part of my life for decades. When I got angry, she doubled down and said I should thank her for helping me move on. Now I'm seriously considering filing for divorce. I needed to vent while I figure out what to do. Update: I moved out and told my soon-to-be ex-wife I'm filing for divorce. She admitted it was a lapse in judgment, but it's too late. I can't reconcile this. Some kind people offered to donate money to help replace the cards, which I appreciate, but I declined. Instead, I encouraged them to donate to their local homeless shelter. Thank you all. Let's hop into the third story. I refused to attend my brother's wedding and called his fiancée a child bride. I am 40 and the oldest of 3 siblings. Our mom was absent growing up, so I took on a maternal role. That habit is hard to break, even now. My brother is 37. His fiancée is 21, and they have been together since she was 19. I found it strange and said so from the start. My daughter is only 4 years younger than her. This isn't the first time either. His previous girlfriend was also 19 when he was 34. That relationship didn't last. He once came to me for advice during a fight with his current fiancée. She was acting immature, and I told him this would keep happening if he dated women so much younger than him. He told her what I said. She messaged me, telling me to stop giving my opinion, and mocked me by saying my husband left me for another woman, which wasn't even true. We argued. I told her it's my job to give my 2 cents, and that I wouldn't be attending the wedding. I also called her a child bride. My brother and his fiancée were very upset. He said I was out of line and insulted both of them. Even our deadbeat mother took their side and told me I must apologize and attend the wedding. On to the last story of today. My boyfriend let my stalker ex into our apartment to leave me a birthday surprise. My boyfriend and I were together for 2 months. He seemed perfect, sweet, thoughtful, romantic. He even asked me out by hiding a note in my favorite comic book. But he had a childhood friend named Sid. He admitted they had feelings in the past but chose to remain friends. I had never met her, but I trusted him. 2 weeks ago, he said Sid called and gave him an ultimatum: break up with me or she would cut him off. I thought it was immature and manipulative. He said, it's not that simple. We took a break so he could think it over. For over a week, he barely contacted me. I was frustrated he was even considering losing me over this toxic friendship. Eventually, he came back and said he chose me. But I was too upset that it took him so long to decide. I ended the relationship right then. His friends told me I was the jerk for not breaking up sooner. Now he lost both of us. But honestly, I didn't realize how angry I was until he acted like choosing me made him a martyr. Update: Sid blocked him. He's been begging to get back together, even wrote me a 2,000-word essay. I also found out they had slept together before we dated, which he never told me. He's still contacting my friends, but I'm done. I'm not going back. I hope he learned something from this. Update: My boyfriend had been secretly encouraging my stalker ex to keep pursuing me, just to mess with him. After the breakup, I learned my ex had been leaving me gifts despite being blocked. Cole, my boyfriend at the time, kept insisting it was harmless and even enjoyed the gifts himself. On my birthday, I came home to decorations and gifts and thought Cole had done it. Turns out, he let my stalker ex into our apartment to set everything up. I was horrified. When I confronted Cole, he saw nothing wrong. That was the last straw. I made plans to move out and stay with my brother. When I finally confronted Cole with my brother present, he admitted something disturbing: he had been stalking my stalker. Cole had created fake accounts to follow my ex and encouraged him to keep sending me gifts and love letters, just so Cole could laugh about it and enjoy the drama. He said he liked watching my ex fail to win me back, and that it was funny to eat the chocolates while my ex thought he was making progress. He manipulated my ex's emotions for entertainment. I've been terrified for months because Cole kept feeding my ex's obsession behind the scenes. My safety, my privacy, all a game to him. I moved in with my brother and told Cole to move out or I'd involve the police. He left quietly. I plan to break the lease and go to therapy to process this mess. I'm filing a police report and gathering evidence. Cole even asked to say goodbye to my cat. I didn't respond. I'm done. I feel broken, but I'm finally safe.